رسول الله محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد فالسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We praise Allah and we ask Him to pray on our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his family and his companions and anyone who follows them in good path to the day of judgment. So we see in Hadith Musnad Ah radiallahu anhu, the long Hadith who explain 3 levels of Islam, 3 levels of religion. So the first level it is Al-Islam. The second level is Iman. The third level is Al-Ihsan. So when we become Muslim, yes, then become Mu'min, then Muslim. So Muslim, as we know nowadays, who give more charity, but the Muslim al-Insan in this hadith is not that Muslim, but we know in nowadays that the Muslim in this hadith is al-Mukhlis. Al-Mukhlis, that means who do everything seeking for Allah, as the hadith will explain, inshallah, when we come to that point. So we still in level of Al-Islam. When the angel Jibreel came the Prophet ﷺ and sit down front him, and the Sahaba did not know who is this guy. He come in white clothes, so no one know him before. So, and they did not see any effect of travel on him, any effect of travel on him, any sign of travel on him. So he comes to the Prophet ﷺ and close to him and touch his knee to the knee of the Prophet ﷺ and start asking him about those 3 levels of religion: Al-Islam, Al-Iman, Al-Ihsan, that we still explain. So the first level, Al-Islam. So we passed already Shahadatan. So to testify Shahadatan La ilaha illallah Shahadatan Muhammad Rasulullah, we passed that already, and we explain some about the prayer, Salah. Now we start explain the ZAKAH. So last class or last lecture we talk about the ZAKAH of the animal, as-sa'ima min bahimat al-an'am. So the kind of animal the ZAKAH is obligatory on it. You explain that no ZAKAH in horse. So the ZAKAH in the camel and cow and lamb and goat. Female and male all together will become 2 or 8 categories, 8 types of animal. The ZAKAH is obligatory on them. But about the horse, no ZAKAH on the horse. In the hadith that the Prophet ﷺ from the day, so there are no ZAKAH in horse of Muslim and in his slave. So no ZAKAH on that. This meaning it not pay ZAKAH from the horse, as pay ZAKAH from the camel and the cow and the goat and the lamb. But ZAKAH must pay in the horse if someone is sold. He grab the horse and sell them. So when he gets the money, this money he will pay zakat from that money. But have horse or just have 4 horse, no zakat in the horse. But if someone he sold the horse, he pays zakat because this among zakat of urud tijara, zakat and commercial, zakat and commercial things in merchandise is not as zakat in animal. So but the cows and the camel, if you have them and every day they go to farm, they go to bush and eat from the grass, so you have to pay zakat even if they are not for selling. But for if it is not for selling, you do not have to pay zakat for it. And donkey, something like this, and any kind of animal, like the robber, some of people, they go out for robbers or deal, no zakat, and all of that, even if they go to the bush and eat by themselves, no zakat from them. The zakat just in these 8 things: cow, camel, lamb, and goat, male and female, but together become 8. So today we'll start talking about the zakat from the az-zuru wa thimar, from the seed. So the seed. So then after grow up the corn or the rice, after you grow up and you get the seed from them, so this zakat is obligatory immediately. So this zakat is not look like the animal. The animal, when they come to nisab, so the zakat will become obligatory after 1 year. So we talk about the camel. So from 5 camel, the zakat starts. So if you own the 5 camel, after 1 year, the zakat will become will be obligatory after 1 year. But the corn and the rice and the meat, so this zakat is not like this. This zakat is immediately when you cut them, so you have to take zakat from them. So this zakat have to come to the nisab. So nisab, the Arabic word, is the amount what your corn or your rice or your meat or your bean or your dates or your resin come to your grapes, or because I had a grape too, when how amount when your farm comes to this point is obligatory. So this is when you have 5 outstock. So 5, the outstock is the basket, some kind of basket. This basket, one basket is 60 sa'. Sa' 2 is 1 mizir of the mizir of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the mizir zakat al-fitr by it. So this 60 of that is the basket of household. So these 5 of that is all together will become 300 sa'. 300 sa'. If your corn or your dates or your rice or your bean is 300 sa' to up. is 300 sa and up, so you start paying zakat. So this meaning zakat of milk and rice and beans and dates and grapes, it starts from 300 sa. As we say, sa is the measure. They were measure the zakat al-fitr, the measure of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So these 300 of that, when your farm give you from the rice or the milk, so 300 and up, 300 and more, you start paying zakat. So zakat you do not have, you're not allowed to wait 1 year as in the camel or in the cow. The zakat is immediately. So the day you cut, you have to pay zakat in that day. So this, how much is zakat? How much is zakat? So it is zakat is al-ushur. Al-ushur meaning 1 of 10. So 1 of 10, if you have the debt of rice more than 300 and more, 300 and more, so its zakat is 1 of 10. So every 100, the zakat is 10. 100 sa is 10 sa. 300 sa is 30 sa. This in condition your farm grow up by the raining or by the river water. So river without any financial from you. But if you do financial in your farm, like you buy the motor or you will taking the water from the well and bring to your farm, so and give them the water, this is different. The zakat will be less than 1 of 10. It will be half of 1 of 10. So when you take 10, so the 9, all the 9 is for you. So and the 10 too, you divide 2. The half is for you and another half is zakat. So this, if you do financial, if you spend your money to give water to your farm. So the first one, you don't do like this, that the raining comes on your farm and grow up, or some of them, they have water by the river. So river gives the farm all the water. So if it's like this, 1 of 10 is zakat. But if you spend money, so you buy motor or you take the water from the well, you use the cow to bring the water or to hold the water from the hole, so from the wall. So this is zakat is nisful ushur is half of 10. So you divide 10, the 9 is for you, and the 1 that is 10 1, you divide that to the half is for you, and another half that is zakat. So I don't know if you understand this point. You understand? So this is the part of something like this: the bean, the rice, the milk, the dates, and the grapes. But the grapes, the zakat must be in resin, because the grapes, to make zakat, have to be resin, because because if you give zakat on the grapes, so maybe he will what? He will upload, I don't know how I say, he will become, yes. They don't grow, they don't fertile, he will become no good to use if he gives someone, you don't know, but you have to pay zakat in residence, because if a resident can keep it, yes, because to pay zakat on those things, must be the thing is the food. Right. So it is right. That is right. Grape is right. Yes, it is the food to eat, and can keep it for a long time. But if something can keep it for a long time, no zakat in those things, like apple, no zakat in apple, because apple, you can keep it for a while, but you cannot keep it for all 1 year. So, or watermelon, or banana. You cannot keep the banana for 1 year. So maybe you can keep it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even 1 month. But after that, you cannot keep it. But whether the debt or the rice, you can keep the debt more than 1 year. So rice more than 1 year. So the zakat is obligated on those things. Food, it is food, and you can keep them. You can save them for a long time. But anything the food, we cannot save them for long. The zakat is not obligatory on those things. So this is about the zakat of the farm, the seed. So, and there are some things you can keep for a long time, but they are not food, like flax seed. Flax seed, we can keep it for a long time, more than 1 year or 3 years, but the flax seed is not food. So these two conditions must be complete on the thing have to pay zakat. First one have to be food. So honey. Honey, no zakat in honey. Honey is not sweet. So no zakat in the honey. Honey is not sweet. So yeah. Peanut, I have zakat in the peanut because peanut is food. So you can keep it for a long time. You can keep it 1 year or more than 1 year. So beans, zakat, beans, rice, corn, all these things, there is zakat on them because you can eat them and you can keep them for a long time, more than 1 year. So, but the honey, no zakat on the honey, but if you do business in the honey, so the money you have, you pay zakat from that money, but not from the honey itself. So anything you do business in it, well, it is halal, you pay zakat from the money of this. So when the year completes, you have to make calculation how much amount the honey you have is how much honey you have. It is cost how much? $10,000. So you write down and you go check your bank account. You go check yourself, your pocket, how much money you have. So you got all of them, then you pay zakat for that. But you not take these 10 bottles of honey. So 1 bottle I give zakat. No, the honey is not like this. So as they still have to pay zakat from itself, don't pay from the money. So when your farm is ready to cut, so when you cut them, you collect the corn. So you have to measure them. If it's more than 300 sa and up, you have to pay zakat. Every 10 sa, 1 sa is zakat. So this is brought up by the rainy or by the river. So, but if you was taking water and give to the farm, so you have to divide the 10 to 2. So 9.5 is for you, and the half is zakat. So this is about the zakat of the seed.
The time you want to inform about the peanut, they sell it.
After?
You sell the peanut, maybe take zakat out.
They sell the peanut, then pay zakat. So Allah says, وَآتُوا حَقَّهُ يَوْمَ حَصَادِهِ. So you have to pay zakat in the day you collect it. I think it's say Hatan or harvest. So the day of harvest you have to pay zakat in that day. So no after you buy, no.
No, after peanut that day. I'm not forced no. Keep enough.
Yo, kina hapo zamo. Kina ana ka do yu na mo tabana. Kono wana na kunka tani ta kamo baka. Kono wana ono ikazu mo tabana no.
But they don't keep the peanut. After that, they finish everything, they're going to sell everything. So, they want to keep it, they take in by the side.
Okay, before selling, you have to pay zakat before selling. Because Allah says about those things, وَأَنْتُ حَقَّهُ يَوْمَ حَصَادِهِ. The day of harvest, you have to pay zakat in that day. Before you sell it, you have to pay zakat before you sell it. So, zakat from itself is not from the money. So, peanut zakat from the peanut. Corn zakat from the corn. So, rice zakat from the rice.
Right, the day they got it, not the day they take the zakat out.
Yeah, it's not the day they cut it, the day of the zakat. They must do like this. So, because in the ayah in the Quran, وَآتُوا حَقَّهُ يَوْمَ حَصَادِهِ. So, in another qira'ah, يَوْمَ حِصَادِهِ. حَصَادِهِ is the farm, or is for you, and you work on the farm by yourself. You don't take any worker to help you. But if you take the worker to help you, so in condition, some of workers say, I will help you and work your farm, but my payment, you pay me from the farm itself. So when you give me 10%, or you give me 15%. So after he takes his 15%, the rest you pay that from that. Because this 15% is for the worker, it's not for you. It's for worker, it's his payment. So some people do like this, they don't want you pay them from the money as now the people doing it. So in this condition, after you pay the worker from the farm, the rest, you pay that for the rest, because the rest is for you. So this is his payment. So his reward because he was working in your farm. So you understand that? So this وَأَعْطُ حَقَّهُ يَوْمَ حَصَادِهِ or وَأَعْطُ يَوْمَ حَصَادِهِ. Any condition you have to pay before you step in the farm. You don't have to step nothing from your corn or from your peanuts before pay the tax on it. Now,
my answer for that, if he says working for you now, no, I'm going to pay. But if it's orange or another thing,
orange?
Yeah,
no zakat in oranges, because orange only keep more than one.
Somebody tell me now for that, you're going to kill all of your stuff.
What?
If you have not this, you're going to take all of your stuff instead.
Oh.
I I know.
Okay.
But you have big
Okay, anyway, this is the condition in the time the people who was working on it, because the Quran is something from Allah, Allah not ever seen. So what the people will be doing now or what we will be doing next. So now it's like this, but later maybe it change. Yes, before something was in this condition, now the condition is different. After 10 years, will become how? We don't know, but Allah knows. So therefore, when Allah says something, we say something like this.
You have big standards for that. Like orange, banana, and lemon. The guy walking over there, he don't pay. But what he's gonna get is more off. He's gonna take all of it.
Well, if you don't pay them,
therefore, what you get is what's not going to get that.
Okay, anyway, no zakat and the banana, no zakat and the banana in oranges, and something like this, no zakat on this.
But still, for the people for that, right now, I'm not saying. I'm not saying. If you do that, the guy working for you, he's going to take all of your stuff.
Okay, this is stealing.
Stealing.
This is stealing, this is haram.
That's happening. Just tell him I'm going to kill you. When you catch him there, you catch it, he's going to be jail.
Okay, this is stealing, this is not allowed to do. This is stealing. So you work, you have to wait for your payment. Condition, if you say pay me from money, pay me every day or pay me every week, pay me every 2 weeks, this is between you and him. But if you also wish him to pay you from the farm, from the peanuts, from the rice, 10% or even 5%, this is what you agree with them. So when we come to the zakat, so you have to pay that person before you pay zakat. So because if you pay zakat before pay him, so maybe this is not good for you because you pay zakat for something is not for you. You have to pay zakat what is for you. So this is zakat of the farm. We come to the zakat of the gold and silver. So Muslim last week he was here, Ar-Rahman. He said we have to come zakat about the fiqh zakat. Fiqh al-waqi'. Fiqh al-waqi' meaning activity. So what is now? So he thinks that the gold and the money zakat is the activity. But about the zakat of the cow, animal like this, and farm, he thinks that is not activity because we don't have zakat one here. But something we talk about general. We don't have to only we are here. We talk about the general in this life. So he don't have animal to pay zakat. So maybe another person listen to this that have animal to pay zakat. They have to know that. So therefore, the thing we don't stop talking about it because someone he does not have this thing. So maybe you don't have, another person have. So the zakat of gold and silver, so there is amount. If someone has this amount in gold or silver, you have to pay its zakat. So the zakat of gold is that 20 dinar. So dinar is measured in Arabic word. So to make it easy, so we convert dinar to 20 dinar to gram. So how many gram the zakat will be? So 20 dinar now is 85 85 grams. 85 grams. Anyone have 85 grams of gold have to pay zakat. So this gold, so the condition, the ulama have different about the condition. So the condition is that gold not be for body. So you know the woman sometimes they use the gold for body, the zina for body. So they make themselves, they put on the ear, on the neck. So if it is for body, so some ulama say still zakat is obligatory on it, but some ulama say it's not obligatory for the zakat of woman if it use them for body. But the authentic thing, as our sheikh was here 1 month ago, we asked him, or they asked him about that. He said all kind of zakat, the woman use it as body or not, the zakat is obligatory in it, because the Prophet ﷺ, when he saw the zakat in the hand of the children of one woman, he asked her, did you pay zakat of this gold? He said no. The Prophet ﷺ, so it will be hellfire on you in the day of judgment. So this gold was for body in the hand of his children. So in another hadith, the Prophet ﷺ saw the gold in the hand of his wife Aisha. He said, this is thing I make myself beautiful in front of you. The Prophet asked her, did you pay its zakat? He said no. The Prophet says, if you don't pay its zakat, it will be hellfire on you in the day of judgment. So therefore, the gold, is it for body of woman or not? You have to pay zakat of it. You have to pay zakat of it if he come, so 85 grams. But less than 85 grams, his body not but no zakat on that. So the zakat starts from 85 grams for gold. But for the silver, the zakat we go back to Lorovi because recording stopped. My recording stopped automatically in the 29 minutes. Okay, we say the zakat of gold, the nisab, the zakat of gold. I think we said the nisab is Arabic word. What is nisab? Nisab is the amount. What the zakat starts. So the zakat is not start from the lot of money. It starts by some amount. This amount is 20 dinar. 20 dinar. The dinar too is Arabic word, but Spanish still dinaro. When you say dinaro, this is money, but Arabic dinar is measure of the gold. So dinar, 20 dinar, 20 dinar now is 85 grams of gold. 85 grams of gold. If someone has 20 dinar, 85 grams of gold, so after 1 year have to pay its zakat. After 1 year have to pay its zakat. So we say, so the gold, if it is for woman body, so some ulama say no zakat for that, but some ulama say have to pay zakat. The authentic from this differ is you have to pay zakat even if it is for body, because the Prophet ﷺ saw something like this in the hand of someone some women, children, ask her, did you pay a zakat? She replied, no. The Prophet said, it will be hellfire on you, day of judgment. And same thing, and he saw which his wife, our mother Aisha radiallahu anha, and he asked her if she paid zakat. She said, no. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told her that it will become hellfire on her, day of judgment. So this meaning to zakat of God is for body or not for body, you have to pay its zakat. So, but we say the zakat start by nisab 85 grams. So 85 grams. So how much is its zakat? So 85 grams. Its zakat is 2.5%. So 2.5%. This means 2.5%. It is zakat. So it's zakat 2.5%. So, or if you want to understand easy, you can say 1 of 40. So every 40 grams. So it's zakat how much? 1 gram. 80 grams. Zakat how much? 2 grams. 100 grams. Its zakat is 2.5 grams. 2.5 grams. So if your gold is more than 85 grams, so like who have 1 kilo of grams, so its zakat, so divides 1 kilo divides by 40. If it divides by 40, 1 is zakat. So 1 become its zakat. So or you take 2.5 or 2.5 it zakat. So this is for gold. What about the silver? So silver zakat is mi'atani dirham, or we say mi'ata dirham. So 200 dirhams. So 200 dirhams, Arabic they use, when you say dirham is for silver, for fidda, and dinar is for gold. So we say for dinar 20. So but for silver is 200 dirhams. So the nisab of silver is start by 200 dirham. 200 dirham, how much nowadays in grams? It is 595 grams. So if anyone so own 595 of silver, have to pay its zakat. 595 grams, you have to pay zakat after 1 year. So it's zakat, same thing. How much is obligatory to pay zakat is same thing for gold, 2.5%. You have to pay, that is zakat. So this is a thing for gold and for silver. If you own real gold or real silver. But what about the money we use now? We use dollars, sefa, dollars, and naira and pound sterling, and real and uqiyya, something like this. So this amount, so we have to take measure by the silver. Some ulama say that we take calculation value in the gold, but this is not authentic, because these two measures were used in the Prophet time, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So now, if we don't use those two things, we use another things, you represent them. When you want that measure, you have to measure by the little one. If you measure by the little one and you pay zakat from the little one, like you pay zakat from the big one, because little one, the big one will go inside the little one. But if you take the big one, so you don't pay the zakat for little one. So you will miss to pay the zakat many things. So many payer of zakat, they don't pay zakat. They don't pay zakat because they do calculation by gold. The calculation must be by the silver, because the money we have now, so is represented by silver and the gold. So before they use the silver and the gold to buy the things. So I have gold, I go buy the clothes, or I have silver, I go buy the clothes. But now we don't use the gold to buy, we don't use the silver to buy. What you use now currency, dollars, naira, sefa, dollars, and ring in Malaysia, and something like this European. So these, yes, and euro, these things, what we use now. So the zakat must be calculated by the third one is the silver, by the silver. Because if you do calculation by the gold, so this many of people must pay zakat, they won't pay zakat. But when we do by the silver, so if anyone pays zakat, if zakat by calculation of the silver, so is already paid zakat by calculation of the gold. So those money to those currency is zakat, same thing as zakat of the gold and silver. It is 2.5%, 2.5 or 2.5% of, or if you don't understand that, you can say 1 of 40. So 1 of 40. So if you have 40 million, the zakat is 1 million. If you have, so 40 million, the zakat is 1 million. If you have 40,000, zakat is 1,000. So this calculation, I think it's easy, or you calculate by percent, 2.5%. 2.5%. So this was zakat for the currency, and zakat for silver and the gold. So, and all these things, you have to complete the year. After 1 year, the zakat will become obligatory, but not the day you have them. The day you have them, the zakat is not obligatory on you until 1 year complete, and this must not come down under the nisab. You say nisab of fidda is 595 grams. For the gold is nisab for fidda, silver, fidda is silver, 595 grams. Nisab for gold is 85 grams. 85 grams. So now today, if you want to know your zakat in your money, like we have dollar here, so you have to know how much is 595 grams in silver. How much? How cost in today? You know? Okay. There are websites, they give the price of silver every day. Not every day, every minute. So
some of them every half minute. So every half minute they give the price of silver. How much is silver now in USA? How much silver now in Mali? How much silver now in Nigeria? So they give you all the country. They give you the price of the silver. So you calculate 595 grams. How much is now? If you know, you calculate your money. So if this amount or more than this amount, if it is an amount, you put your mind. So today is Rabiul Thani, 15 Rabiul Thani. Next year, 15 Rabiul Thani, this amount is not come down, is not increased, is not decreased, is increased. So you have to pay its zakat by calculating by the silver, not gold. If you pay by the gold, you wrong. Pay by gold, you wrong, because this meaning you don't pay zakat of the silver. So you have to pay by the little one, no, by the big one. If you pay the big one, it look like the zakat obligatory on you. For a long time you don't pay the zakat. So we have to put that in our mind. The zakat calculation, it must be by the silver. So some ulama say to have to pay attention about the poor people, to pay the zakat by the silver. It's not that, is because the Prophet time the money was the silver and gold, but now they change something else, by the paper currency or coin. So this is represent them. So the calculation must be by the little one. If you calculate by the little one, the big one will include in little one. But if you calculate by the big one, so the little one cannot be included. So therefore the zakat calculation must be by the little one, what is the silver. So the time is coming. I think we stop here. Inshallah, we record in WhatsApp, we send to you. Next week, inshallah, we'll complete the zakat of the money, because there are different kind of the money. We talk about the silver and the gold, and another kind of money. So if zakat on that or not, like German, we'll talk about that. And some kind of the money. So if zakat is immediately, that is a recaz. Inshallah, we'll talk about that next week. Inshallah, and maybe we'll talk about the people who must take the zakat, the people who give the zakat and masarif zakat. That Allah say in the Surah At-Tawbah, إِنَّمَا الصَّدَقَاتُ لِلْفُقَرَاءِ. The 8 people, we'll talk about them, inshallah, next week, after talking about the rikaz. What is the rikaz? So rikaz zakat is immediately, but the silver and gold, and not immediately, after 1 year. So as the animal is not immediately after 1 year, so, but the rikaz is immediately. Inshallah, we'll talk what is rikaz next week, inshallah. Wallahu a'lam. Sallallahu sallim ala Muhammadin. We forget to announce that in the class that 7 o'clock. We forget. I send you the message, but maybe you don't see it. Inshallah, because the prayer of Isha changed to 8 o'clock. So the class still to start by 7:30. Now the class will start by 7 o'clock, inshallah. So what we do, we have recorded already. We will send to you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
The price of silver today is $0.69, 69 cents. One gram of silver today is 69 cents.
Yeah, 16. I said no, come to $1.
No.
Yeah, it's very few. So these you multiply this and 595. How much? Check for us.
Yeah, 69. Like $374.
68.
300.
And $74.
Okay, $374. If you have this one, more than 1 year, you have to pay zakat. So this calculation.
You say how much?
This website said 69 cents.
Yeah, 69 cents. That's 410.
Yeah.
410, right?
He said multiplied by 5.
Yeah.
595.
400.
Oh, okay.